my body working in the process of breathing. What am I feeling? When I get an emotion, what is that emotion? Is it a stress? It is worry? What is it about? And then we start reflecting about it. 2 minutes, 2 minutes a day. Everybody has 2 minutes. You can go to the loo and just while you pee there, then you can do this. So and just start listening. Just start listening to what your body is telling, what your body is telling you. Many people said, I know it has to do with my dad, for example, but I don't want to deal with it. And that little thing becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and at the end, it will explode. It will come in the moment you least expect it.
Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Napta, and welcome back to Wisdom in a Pocket, a space where we hold the small wisdom close to the heart. This is episode 11, and we are back after a long break. Today's topic is one of the topic that I think is very important, and all of us, we need to hear it. We are talking about emotional regulation and how to stay grounded through our emotion using Mother Nature as our guide. Because honestly, so many of us struggle with staying grounded and living life without really know how to emotionally regulate. We never talked this, not at school, not at home. The message was the same, like everyone was saying, like, okay, deal with it will pass. And that is exactly why this conversation is so important. And for this topic, I have a perfect guest, Yasmine. Yasmin is like a life and health coach, and I first encountered her in like a half day retreat, which was very impactful. And she have like a friend that we have in common. Yasmin, thank you so much for being here. I'm so happy to have you in this episode. Welcome. Would you like to add more or introduce yourself more to the listener?
Well, first of all, Nafta, thank you very much for inviting me, and thank you very much for the listeners that you have that they would listen. And what else can I say? That my original is my background is as a health is I'm a nurse, and I got sick myself, and I really had to go hard into learning regulation and emotional regulation, and how that background took me to the what I do today, helping women that have been in crisis, in difficult relationships and couples, and people that want to have healthy relationships. So for me, this is a topic that I really, I'm like, yes, yes, let's put it on the table and talk about it. Mm.
Amazing, amazing. So let's start with our topic. First of all, what is emotional regulation? Like for you?
Well,
Yeah.
Uh, usually, when I hear people talking about emotional regulation, they think it is about trying to disconnect to their feelings. It's trying to no, I don't want to feel this, or trying to fight with their own feelings. And emotional regulation is actually the opposite. It's more about understanding what is happening to me. Why are these feelings coming? Being aware of the feelings, and being aware that they're happening. It's like, it's like a thermostat of your body telling you, here, the body is like telling you, here you have to look at something. And we usually, what we do is that we try to turn off the thermostat. Imagine if we did that with the water, then we would get burned. So this for me is like listening to what the body, the emotions are trying to tell you, and trying to understand what am I doing wrong? Not necessarily wrong, but what is the body warning me about? And when we do that, then we can understand ourselves much better.
Oh,
Many people just react instead of feeling and doing the work needs to be done.
amazing. I love that. Like for me, like emotional regulation is more about not suppressing what we feel, but actually letting come up and stay present with this emotion. That means, you know.
Exactly.
Okay, so why does it matter so much, Yasmin? And why is so important for us to learn how to regulate our emotion? And what actually changed for someone who want to commit to that? Yeah.
Wow, that's a very good question because what usually happens is that for the first, when we are talking about emotions, sometimes we feel like, let's see, many people say that I'm not good enough. That's an emotion that comes up, right? And many people just that emotion have come from somewhere, usually from childhood or an experience we had, and we just try to push it and we just try to be better and be better and be better. We are fighting, we're trying to be better, but we are not understanding what is holding us down. So when we understand the mechanisms of our body, of our mind, why we react this a special way, then we can heal it. When we go back, when being aware of the emotions is like listening to the car when the car is pulling you that emergency, that motor, that sign in the car that says motor, and people say, oh no, 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 they might go months with it, and then suddenly the car breaks. And it's the same thing with emotional regulation. When you listen to your body, when you listen to what the emotions are about, why am I sad, why did I react that way, is it okay if I give an example? Like the other day, we have a difficult situation now in summer with my husband getting really ill. He was in the hospital and all that stuff. And then I want like, why is this happening to me? This is the first thing. Why is this happening to me? It was actually not happening to me. It was happening to my husband, not to me. But since I have lost a lot of people in my life, then I went immediately to that feeling of why is this happening to me? Then I went, oh, whoa, what's this? I went and looked, and it has to do with my mom or my dad and all that stuff that I experienced as a child. And then I realized, oh, this is not happening to me. This is happening to my husband. And I need to be here, present for my husband. And when you see what the problem is, like if the car doesn't start because the battery is flat, then I change the battery or I charge the battery. And then you look for the solutions you need to in order for you to take the problem out. And many times these things can come it's like several layers. And then when you look at them and you finally get to deal with them, when they show up, then you say, oh, this is this, and I'm good at that. I'm good to fixing that. Then it's easier to go forwards. Plus, and at the same time, many people, me included, earlier, many years ago, anxiety and depression, many of these things can come because of these emotions that we have been suppressing, and the body just breaks down like the car, telling you, you need to look at me, you need to listen to me. So
Yeah.
this is why it's important to deal with it.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't teach us how to deal with emotions, and then everyone will deal it and then suppress it. This is so bad. So we need like a school for teaching like emotion because it's so important. Yeah, I mean, okay, great. Thank you.
One of the things I would like to add, because one of the things that we know because of psychology and psychiatry and all that stuff, that the ego in the child starts coming about 2 years, because it's letting the child learning to be individual, to be an individual. And it is formed between 2 years and maybe 12 years, in that area. And it's always based on what we have learned before. So if you have an experience, then the ego says, okay, I remember that, I will write it down, and I put it inside my brain somewhere. It's a little place. I won't go into that. And then when you are grown up, imagine you are 40, and then something triggers you resembling that you experienced when you were 4 years.
Mm,
How do you think you're going to react? You're going to react as the 4-year-old child that got that experience. And we are 40 years, I would say, many years later, and we are still behaving and reacting as the child that got hurt.
yeah, yeah, because we didn't learn how to actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Amazing, yeah. So Okay, let's go to the part two, which is the connection between emotion and the mother nature. So now I want to move into something like I find this so beautiful, the connection between emotion and mother nature. So Yasmin, why do you think nature has a powerful effect on us, like on how we feel?
Well, now you're touching my shamanic roots.
Yes.
And the we power is not that nature has a powerful effect. It's that nature teaches us or reminds us that we are a part of nature,
Mm-hmm.
because we when we our ancestors came to this world, we didn't have houses or internet or anything like that. We just were living in the rhythm of nature. Was it dark? Then we went to sleep. Was the day? Then we were working. Was it were we hungry? Then we would look for food. And those rhythms we have forgotten. And if you look at nature, then you will easily see that are in stages. It's like there's winter and there is spring and there is summer and autumn, and we forget that. We want to live in our modern life. We want to live like it's summer all the time. Go, 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 live, work, 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 obtain, be something, be successful. It's nothing wrong about that. But the problem is that we forget that we are related to nature. Like if I put it, let's see, in a day, the normal day, you wake up from sleep,
Yeah.
from rested and restitution for your body, right?
Mhm.
And that will be winter. Nature goes into winter. You see, it's like looks like it's dead. Everything is dead, but in reality, it's not. It's happening a lot of things under. And
Mm.
then comes spring, and that spring will be the morning when you wake up. Then you stretch yourself, you go and prepare yourself, you take a shower maybe, and you wash your face, and you maybe do some short training or something, and then you prepare yourself to go to work. And what's that? Summer. That will be summer. You're working, it's a lot of light, we are now there, it's a lot of energy, it's a lot of potence, okay? And then you come back home later on. That's autumn. You start enjoying, you let the problems for work away. It's like the leaves letting the trees letting the leaves out, and you release things. And then you prepare yourself with your family, have a nice meal, maybe some friends. So, and when I'm talking about that, I feel like, oh, I'm relaxing out with my friends, I'm having fun, I'm enjoying, I'm letting go. And then you prepare yourself again for winter. And this we have forgotten. We have forgotten how to release. How many people have problems with their stomach? How many people have problems with the things that has a relations to the digestive system, and has to do with us? We cannot deal with autumn. We cannot live with releasing. How many people do they have problems with sleeping? It's amazing. It's because you cannot relate to winter, and this is why nature is so powerful, because when you are there, nature just takes you in your arms and says, relax, take it easy, observe. And this is about all this breaking these beliefs we have in our head. And nature doesn't have those beliefs. So this is why it is so amazing and important.
Yeah, yeah. And I think like it's also a mirror of us. Like it moves with the cycles and season and rhythm. Like even the moon is like very connected with the cycle of our body, especially
Exactly.
the woman body. It's so amazing. Like if we look at it in details, it's you see like it's all connected. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Definitely, very connected. Even the representation of the moon, when you have this growing moon, the full moon and the diminishing moon, and it's about the young women. The full moon is the mother, the full potential of a woman, and then it's the wisdom or the crown, as it's called. It's the decreasing moon. That it doesn't mean that that is she's low. It's just that she has made all the facets, and then she's going towards death, and that is seen as as a change, as a transformation. So from the holistic point of view, from the shamanistic point of view, we know we are going to resuscitate. We're going to come back again, and then it's just bringing those all that experience we have during all those years, bringing it back to our next life. For those who believe in that, or is for those who want to use it as a, oh, it's trusting that I can come back, etc. So it's just looking at there are cycles. There are cycles all the time.
Yes, even the sun with the rhythm, like the rhythm, cardiac rhythm when you sleep, and
Okay.
at 6 a.m. Then it's the light. Okay, you're awake. It's like yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
scientific stuff.
Yeah, and it's a lot. It's like nice that you mentioned that because it's something called chronobiology, and there's a very good people, especially in Sweden and Germany, that are chronobiologists, that they're doctors that are specialized in how what you're talking, the circadian rhythms, that all that is working in our bodies, and then they could see easily where your rhythms are not coherent with a natural rhythm. And then when you start working with that, then you can get starting what the nervous system is like divided into one to make it easy because it's much more complicated. But put that is let's put that is divided in two. And one of part is called the parasympathetic. It's to make you relax, to make you be, relaxing. And the other one is the sympathetic, and that's for fight and flight to
Yeah.
go on survival mode. And many times we are so disconnected to winter that we don't know how to relax.
Mm,
Many of the times that I have patients and I tell them, I want you for this coming 2 or 3 weeks, I want you to lay on the sofa 10 minutes and just look at the roof. Don't do anything. They cannot do it. They
mm,
cannot. They call me and said, are you crazy? I cannot do it. I feel like I'm desperate. It's because you are not connected to the natural rhythms.
yeah, amazing. Like wow. So yeah, another question is what happened then in the opposite while we like for what we are saying. Um, so how we can actually connect with the mother nature and as a way to regulate what we are feeling.
Well, one of my favorites is going and bathe. I bathe all year long. I'm what they call an ice bather. I bathe. It doesn't matter as long as the water is not frozen. Then I bathe, and that's one of them. But not many people like it. But many also do. Another way that I would say is just go out. Just go out and sit there and feel the breeze on your hair, and just listen to help use nature in order to be more connected to yourself, more aware of your surroundings. Another way of doing that is listening to your body, for example. It's like you sit out. I love to sit out without shoes, and I just sit there and I just breathe and feel my body. What am I feeling? And then sometimes you can listen. Children laugh, and then you get emotion because they're laughing, or you hear in spring, you see all the birds, you hear all the birds, and then that makes you happy. So the connection with nature can help you to regain that sensation of relaxing, of being one with what you are, because we are nature.
Yeah, amazing. I love that. I will add like more. The thing that I do is to go to the park and then like go barefoot and then put
Mm.
your feet on the grass and then feel like the earth. So like for few minutes, it doesn't have to be like long, and just feel the energy and also like sitting near the ocean. I wish I have like an ocean, but we live in the city.
Yeah.
But hearing the sound, just closing the eye, hearing the sound of the ocean is very calming. Like it's so amazing. Like you're connected quickly to the nature. Yeah.
Mm.
So on the opposite, Yasmin, what happened to us when we lose that connection with nature, and why do you think so many of us in this society drift away from the concept of the nature or just connection with the nature?
Yeah, I love that you asked that question. Um, but I started the conversation saying that our ancestors were not used to internet, were not used to TV, were not used to artificial lighting, anything like that. This is completely new for us, and our bodies cannot go as fast as science and as fast as technology and development. So we are still hanging out. We are long, many years back in connection to what we are doing today with everything, our modern life. So what happens is that you get more stressed because you are disconnected. You were telling about going in the park and just feeling the energy going with our shoes and all that stuff. You're connecting is something called, it was a lot recommended during Corona, for example. People will go to the park and hug a tree because they couldn't hug people, and go without shoes, because then you're making this connection to earth. It's like and it is proven today that you get some ions in your body that help you relieve stress. For example,
Yeah.
when you are in this modus of summer all the time, that you are go go go, do, then you have anxiety, then you have worries, then you have all this is like the lamps telling you do something, do something, do something, and when you don't do it, then you get sick.
Yeah.
I guess you, and I guess also the people that are listening, they have heard the word um, lifestyle sickness, and many of the life or many of the sickness we have today have to do with lifestyle. The way we eat, a lot of fast food because we have trouble. Oh, I only have a half an hour. And then we come home and we are so tired. Oh, I order a pizza. Yeah, and that's okay sometimes, but when you do it all the time, then you are just putting in yourself things that you shouldn't, plus that you're not resting enough. The body doesn't have the nutrients it needs to get better. So it's not only about breathing or relaxing, it's just about that the lifestyle we have, it pushes us to do things fast, fast, fast. And then your body starts reacting to it, and it's like your body starts breaking down, and then you get, but like I said, anxiety, worries, and you will uh, you will finally get sick because your body is in a lot of stress, and the stress is so much more than what you can give the body. You cannot give the real nutrients. You cannot give the relax or the restoration the body needs, and then sickness appears. And it could be emotional, could be mentally, could be physically, could be spiritually, but then you will break down.
Yeah, that's right. So, okay, Yasmin, if someone is listening right now and they know their emotion feel dysregulated, where do they even start with healing that? And what are some simple practical way they can start working with their emotion day to day, like nothing very overwhelming, just small steps for just starting. Yeah.
If somebody wants to start dealing with their emotions, I would go with first taking 2 minutes a day to sit down and breathe, observe your body, and feel: am I breathing up, only up here, or am I breathing deep, that I can feel my whole tummy, my whole front of my body working in the process of breathing. What am I feeling? When I get an emotion, what is that emotion? Is it a stress? It is worry? What is it about? And then we start reflecting about it. 2 minutes, 2 minutes a day. Everybody has 2 minutes. You can go to the loo and just while you pee there, then you can do this. So, and just start listening. Just start listening to what your body is telling, what your body is telling you. Many people said, I know it has to do with my dad, for example, but I don't want to deal with it. And that little thing becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it will explode. It will come in the moment you least expect it.
Mm. Yeah,
So
so many
breathing.
of us do that. Like we bottle up our emotions. Like I used to do, like if I'm angry or something, like I'm not letting out now, but I'm bottling up.
Mhm.
Then forget about it. But then after they will come up, like surprisingly. It's like we used to do that because we don't wanna show other people, oh, I'm angry, or I am sad, or anything like that.
Yeah.
In some case, it's really helpful. but then after, no, it's not like gonna be helpful if you don't let it out, things like that.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
because, like you said, they didn't teach us. They maybe the. I remember my brothers calling me the crying one, Maria Magdalena. They call me all the time. Oh, you're crying all the time, Maria Magdalena. And I felt that it was a shame to cry. And
Mm,
then I later on understand that when I cried, I released stress, and no way I'm going to stop crying, for example.
yeah, yeah, and at the end, it's normal. Like cry is normal. Like anger is normal. That we need to like to normalize these kind of emotions and
Yes, yes.
yeah,
And and understand that when you have emotions, is the body tell you, listen to me, and to think, oh, don't be ashamed, don't judge the emotions. Just listen, what is this emotion trying to tell me? And you will get surprised how much you would heal and how much you will improve your life. I was a nervous wreck, a total nervous wreck. I would tremble for almost anything that would happen in my life. And then I learned this process of connecting to my emotions and working. I got to know myself much better. And even in really, really tough situations like I've been now, I stay my cool and I could front and take decisions for a clear mind. Meditation is another thing people can use, and I really recommend people to start with meditation, maybe 2 minutes a day, and then increase it after a while. You will see it makes clear mind, it makes a space between input and reaction, it makes it open. And then you can think and take real good decisions, not based on anger or aggression.
yeah, like just stay present and be objective.
Yes.
I mean,
Mm.
okay. So, okay, I have a last question, Yasmin. If you could leave like our listening with one piece of advice about emotional regulation or anything, what would it be?
That would be, don't let your emotions grow out of control.
Mm,
Listen to them early
mm,
and really listen. And if you don't understand what it is about, then look for someone that can help you doing that. Because sometimes the emotions, they're not there, they're not trolls or they're not scary. They're just telling us something we have forgotten.
yeah, no, thank you. So this is like don't rush for me. Like don't rush it to fix what is it, and then let it hold you.
Yeah.
Okay. It's also like
Yeah. When you listen to yourself,
it's not like like it's a skill. It's not something that you do it then, but you have to learn in the as you go how to deal with the
yeah,
emotion.
be
Like
constant. Yeah.
yeah, it's not like one and go. Okay. Okay. Before we
Yeah.
close, I want to leave to our listening with a question to sit with this in this week. Next time as an emotion feels too big to hold, could you step outside for even for 5 minutes and let it settle and like feel just the nature and things like that? Now I want to share for to the listener my favorite phrase or quote about emotion, which is the more we connect with nature, the more we connect with ourselves. And you, Jasmine, do you have like any quote or phrase do you like about this topic or anything?
Yeah. For me, in my trajectory over 25 years, I found out that if you want answers, don't look outside. You have to look inside. And the best way to do that is connecting to nature.
Amazing. I love that.
Because the answers you're looking for, you're searching for, they're inside you, not outside.
Okay, amazing. Yeah. Okay, this is the end of today's episode, and what an amazing conversation it was. Yasmin, thank you so much for being here today and for sharing your wisdom and stay grounded through the emotion. I'm so grateful to have you on this journey with me, like getting to know you. And if today's conversation resonated with you and you feel like, to the listener, like if you feel like you'd like one-to-one support with Yasmine, Yasmine, where people can find you?
They can find me in the Instagram with this Yasmine Cielo y Tierra, Yasmine Heaven and Earth, or in the WhatsApp. And maybe we can put the link in the afterwards. I can send it to
Yeah,
you
I
if you
will put
want
the link
to.
in the
So
comments
we can put
below.
it in the, so they, yeah. Mm, yes. So it's Jasmine Cielo y Tierra either in WhatsApp or Instagram.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, I will share that with everyone. So, Yasmin, thank you so much again for your time. And to
Thank
everyone
you.
listening, your emotions are not something to fear or fight. They are simply asking to be felt. And nature is always there,
Exactly.
patiently waiting, ready to hold you while you find your way to yourself. Please leave a comment and tell me what touched you most in this episode. This may become your wisdom in a pocket today. And if you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to this channel, leave a like, and share with someone you follow on Spotify and Instagram. And see you next episode. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.